Good morning. I'm playing not Hitman. Hey yo. Alright. So, let me explain. This is a little game called Formula 1 2020. I've been playing the F1 games from Codemasters since 2018. And I've come up to the end of my third season in a mode called My Team. And that mode essentially is the normal championship, except that you can create your own team and you drive in that team as well. And so you're building up your franchise, as it were, over the course of several seasons. And you have to like build up and RPG your way to upgrades for the car to be competitive. Now, the game lets you set your own difficulty, which means that you've got to be honest with yourself. Like, you could just set it to like set all the sliders really low, but there's no like easy, medium, difficult, realistic, whatever. You have to fine tune it. So over F1 2018 and 2019, I didn't even play any of the championship mode that was available in the game. I just did this mode over here. Well, it's called championships, but you know, it's not a career, and you just like have specific challenges, and it was cutting out all the extra stuff because I could never really find my groove where I was. When I'm focused, I can do really well, but I have to be really focused. Also, I do use the rewind function that's been pioneered by Codemasters over the years. I do use it. If I didn't, I would have been a did not finish for every single race. But that's not like, it's still fun. It's still fun, it's still challenging. So yeah, I still can't, like, I can't win by using the rewind. I still have to be completely like on it. So I use it when I've like spun out or smashed the car up. Anyway, this morning we're going to be going to Brazil for the last race of this short 10 locations career championship with my team Fury 99 Racing. So let's load it up.
Our margins are looking good right now. I think we've got room for some more investment.
All right, I'll explain that in a second. Earl's just saying, yeah, I definitely haven't finished the race without at least one flashback. Yeah, like, I think there's a mode, there's a slider where you can set it to a limited number of flashbacks, but I just don't know how many. Like, I don't know if I'd have like an arbitrary cutoff. Like, would that stop me from using it more liberally? Would I just not have fun with the game because I'm like, oh, I've only got 5 for this hour-long race. I can only give myself 1 every 10 laps. But anyway, the race is going to be nearly an hour long, like real time, and I'm going to need to do a few practice runs plus actually qualify. Let me see if I can show what the difficulty sliders are at, just to have it on record, not because I need to prove myself to anyone. Anti-lock brakes on, but I don't like the braking assist. That's off. Full traction control because, come on. Got the racing line for the corners because I'm lazy, and I've got it on automatic because I'm on a controller. I do have the pit assist on, so I do throw myself onto the automatic pit limiter. I don't use ERS. I just let it go automatic, but I do use the fuel mix stuff. What else? Is there gameplay settings have difficulty? Yeah, I'm on 79, which the game calls hard. I probably started out playing these games on like 60 because I enjoyed like starting at the back and then working my way through the field. But for the career mode, I like to compete near the top and actually have to fight for my positions in in the quali and so on. Damage is on, but I usually flash back to avoid anything that's going to ruin my race. Even like my front wing going yellow, that's enough to warrant a change, and that's death. I think that's really it. As you can see, this is not a car that's usually on the grid. It's part of Fury 99 Racing. This is my third or fourth crack at a livery. It's not my best, but it's what I have now. But I already know what I want to do with it. But playing out the fantasy, I'm waiting until the start of the end of this race and the start of the new championship before I change it. And I've over the course of the 3 seasons so far, I've leveled all of this stuff up pretty highly. Focused this last season on my personnel to max that out so that my second driver would be competitive. My second driver is this dude over here, and that's me. The game doesn't have very good customization, so that's the closest I could make me. But the game does call me Cook, so that's good. As you can see, Daniel's now maxed out his ratings, but he's still not doing great in the championship. On to the championship then. This is where things stand. This is why I decided to stream this one and not just play it offline. I'm ahead. I'm at 129 points, and there are 25 points up for grabs for a win. So only Bottas or Hamilton could beat me, and they're on equal points, which is fascinating. They've already won the championship, but essentially either of them could beat me in the following scenarios. Let's go over to the board. All right, I think you can still hear me. Yeah. Here's where I ran my algorithm. Let me explain. So, these are all the different scenarios along the top, along the x-axis is depending on where one of them is, like whichever is the top Mercedes, wherever they place in this last race. So if they come first, they're going to get those 25 points in blue there. And then on the y-axis down the side is, and if I place in one of these places, this is how the scenarios play out. So, for example, absolute top left corner. If either Bottas or Hamilton wins the race, in order for me to still win the championship, I need to come second, because I would lose 7 points to them and I'd still be ahead by 1. But if I come third, I would lose 10 points to them and I would lose the championship by 2 points. And so it goes. All of the green. So if I beat both of them on track, I'm ahead by the end of the race. Whichever positions we're in, I win because they aren't gaining points on me. If I am kind of close to them, all the green scenarios under the blue, diagonal there, then I still win, albeit close. The red scenarios is I have a points deficit and I lose. I'm not tracking if both of them beat me. I don't care if one of them beats me, both of them can beat me, whatever. So yeah, like if I'm not close enough to them, if they're ahead of me, I still have a chance to win, but I have to be close to them. And I have more chances the lower down they go, because the points payout is lower and lower as you go down. And then those yellow scenarios are the ones where it would cause us to be on equal points at the end of the race and the end of the championship. In those scenarios, it goes to who has the most race wins over the championship. Bottas has at least 2 more wins than me. So even if I win this race, he will still have more race wins this championship. And so if it's Bottas versus me in any of those yellow scenarios, he will win by having had more first places over the championship. Whether he wins this one, whether I win this one, doesn't matter. If Hamilton is the one that is on equal points with me, then he will win the championship only if he won that race. Because right now, he is on 1 race win fewer than me. So he would then have to win the race to have equal numbers. If 2 or more drivers have the same number of points at the end of the championship and the same number of first places, then you look at how many second places they got. And in that case, he has me beat. But I have more first places than him right now. So if he and I are on equal standing at the end, then he would need to win the race. And actually, looking at this table now, there's no yellow scenario in first place. So if he wins, then he's won. And we already knew. Well, anyway, there's a slight wrinkle that I just noticed in the table. Basically, that green box, -7 in the top left, is green for Bottas, and no, it's fine. I'm going to stop talking now. I think the point is made. I'm crazy is the point, but I'm passionate about this Formula 1 stuff. Anyway, those are the scenarios, so we will be able to reference that as we finish qualifying. We will see where everyone's at and kind of what I'm going to have to beat. So yeah, let's go back to the game. Thank you for listening to my sauna. Okay, so there you go. There you go. Okay, what do we need to do then? Before we get into this first race, I am going to go to the vehicle and I'm going to allocate all new parts. You usually don't have the benefit of being able to fit into completely new parts at the end of the season. That doesn't happen. It's because it's a shorter season, and I don't think they give you fewer parts allocated for it. So yeah, I've got fresh stuff. Whether that is going to be an issue, whether they break because they're new and they're unproven, I think the main thing is that they have less wear, so I will be in a better state. Some parts I can't change, so some things I could have the whole thing conk out halfway through and then it's all over, but that's the sport. Alright, so I've assigned some activities in the career here which up certain stats. For example, experience stat up for Daniel. This is morale in each of the 4 departments at the bottom there. And that basically means that they work quicker. Actually, I think they just work at a normal pace unless they're low morale. Hey, Emily. Good morning. We'll be playing cars today. Exciting. Something you can watch. Okay, we're going to advance time and let some stuff play out. And we actually have an invitational event to do. And we're going to do that because that's some nice practice. Morning, Stu. Ooh, Hungaroring. Pursuit. Okay, let's do it. So this is going to be like an overtake challenge, I think. Guys in the chat, could you let me know if Anthony, or whatever his name is, not that guy, David Croft, is too loud. I did what I could to lower it. When we have the engine sounds is when it will really kick in. So we've got 3 laps, finishing first. Your opponents are in slower cars, but each have a head start. Overtake them all before completing allocated laps. We're just going to do this once. We're not going to perfect it. I've won every single one of these, but usually I restart if I don't. So this is just for practice. I don't really need the money or the acclaim. I've got plenty. And there you go. So the slowest cars at the front. They've got progressively faster cars towards me. Oh, okay, in this case we are going to restart because I did a jump start. That just felt like it took ages. I'm not going to press accelerate until the lights start. How about that? Alright. Yeah, let me know if it's too loud versus me. I think it's loud, but it's not like you can still hear me. But let me know, I can knock it down. Alright. Also, no judgment of my skills. I'm on stream playing F1 for the first time, so you know how it goes psychologically. I will be staring at the chat every so often on straights slash pausing slash when in flashbacks. Ring is one of the tightest tracks of the championship. Collisions are fine as long as I don't get any penalties. So it's actually one of the hardest to overtake on. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I mean, this should be fine. Alright. Ooh. Nearly hit the pit wall there. But that's what F1 is. Nearly hitting stuff, but just not. Alright. Looking pretty decent that we're caught up with second and first already. Ooh, cooked it. Damn. Woo! Alright. Well, we've got a lap and a third to pass this guy. Well, whatever. On the same corner that I'm saying we've got a lap and a third. Now we just got to finish another lap and we're done. This is one of the easier ones. It's usually up to the last half a lap for you to hit the criteria. It's not like I'm nailing this either. I hadn't thought about my camera placement because I usually had it I have it placed based on where it is best for Hitman, but there's nothing happening over on the right side, so I think it's perfect. Yes, my head just leaned to the side as I went through. I'm not moving the controller though. So my season, I did a 10 race season for the first season. Then I did full championship for the second one, or maybe it's 15. I can't remember, but it was more. But it had Monaco in it, and I hate driving Monaco. I mean, as a spectacle, sure. In this game, I don't like it. Also, Vietnam's horrible, and Zandvoort isn't great either. So. I mean, good job we didn't have them in the real life version this year. Last year. Alright. That's that done. Cool. Oh, we got some new gloves. Cool. Alright. Let's go back to the headquarters. Make some final preparations before we travel to Interlagos. Lagos. Okay. Cool. Passing the time. And here we go. So I'm saving my points. You see I've got 3,000 points and a lot of money at the top. I am cautious of spending it at the end of the season because some of the times they go, these upgrades need to be cleared off because we need to perform upgrades for the next season and some of the rule changes. So I'm just going to hold them and then spend like crazy before the first race of the next season. Alright, here we go. I'm not going to bother wasting my money on all of this. I'm just going to advance because I don't need to do anything with my department morale.
Hey boss, I think we could better manage our time by organising some team activities.
Yeah.
Head to the activity screen to see what we have available.
Yeah. It's the first time he's told me that, because that's the first time I've not used all the activities or filled in as many as I could, because most of it's morale. If the morale's good, already like really good, then I'm just seem to be
skipping a lot of practice sessions lately. Keep in mind that practice is useful to get used to the track,
I'll explain.
improve your car setups, and also helps us.
It's getting complaints left, right, and centre. Please don't be a wet race. Oh, that is the one thing I care about right now. Okay, it's going to be cloudy and sunny. That's perfect. Okay. So, we got 3 practice sessions. I usually only use one and do half of the thingies, because you get points, experience points to spend based on completion of them. And if you look at my R&D tree, all the coloured stuff is what I've got. All the stuff with the outlines is what I'm developing next or can develop next, and all the grey stuff is what I can't. I'm in 3rd season of a 10-season career. Eventually I'm going to plateau and unlock everything. I doubt that there's a second layer that's going to appear, and I won't even need to do practice anymore, other than for my own sake of preparing before qualification. So I'm not bothering with some of the more boring and annoying practice challenges. But let's dive in here. Okay. So over to session info, and we've got, as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 challenges to do, plus team objectives. Team objectives are usually, the quali program, fastest sectors, a clean lap, easy to do in practice. 3 consecutively fast laps, I can do that in race strategy because you need to at least do 3 laps to hit purple on the challenge. And then car setup, well, we can play with that now. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, so for the actual race, we're going to hit increased top speed, maybe even maximum top speed. Probably increased top speed, because half the circuit is really fast and you need the high top speed, and half of it is like winding S-curves and stuff, and you need at least some downforce. So I usually go up 1 or keep it balanced. These would basically mean I'm going to be destroyed on the straights, but this might mean that I am unable to properly take corners. Yes, yes. Alright. So in this one, I've got to go through corner barriers. I usually rewind till it gets purple, just to get me in the groove. I usually use the default car setup. It's not a good indication of how I feel on the track, because I'm like taking corners a little bit too slowly just to nail the challenge that's in front of me. But anyway, this will give us a good idea of the circuit. Also, this is my favourite circuit in the game, so it's fun to have that as the season finale in this short season. Used to be the real life season finale, and then they added a bunch of tosh. DRS opens the rear wing, makes me go faster. In a real race, I'll have to be within a second of the car ahead in order to benefit from that, otherwise it won't allow me to. Okay. Slow it down. Shot past that one, so we're gonna cheat. Alright, what did we learn? Slow down earlier. And cheat. It's probably another overcooking. Yes. Too cautious. Still a purple. For how quickly I took it overall. And into the final real corner. And we should have challenged come back purple because it's vast majority purple sectors, corners, etc. That's fantastic. Return to garage. Not going to do the slow lap. Earl, I didn't even know you could use flashback on the practice mini games. Yep. Don't even waste your time. Okay, so we're not going to do tyre management, fuel management, or ERS management because they're just boring. What we're going to do is we're going to go to race strategy, but I'm going to knock it over to the car setup that I think is going to be the right one. And this will give us a feel for how we're going to do in the real race. Clean lap already done. With this, we should get the car setup completed and the consistent fast 3 laps, because we have to do 3 laps. So here we go. No, over here. And now we're on medium tyres. That was on hard tyres, so it'll be slightly better performance in the corners. And soft tyres will be for the quali, and it'll be even better. I'm all over it, mate. Also, for those that follow the real thing, you'll start recognizing some unfamiliar names in the order, because over the course of 3 seasons there's been some shake-ups. Some drivers are still where they were, some drivers are in new teams, and some drivers have been promoted from F2, others retired / given the boot. Biggest surprise is that Kvyat in the Renault is 4th in the championship or something like that. Unsurprising is that Albon is languishing in his Red Bull down in like 8th or something. For my first season I had Callum Ilott as my number 2 because I couldn't afford much, but he's a good lad. For my second season I had Danny Ricciardo. I then spent all my money before it came up for contract negotiation and lost him. So I took Nobuharu Matsushita, and then I earned my way back into Ricciardo's good graces for the start of the 3rd season, and now the car is capable of performing and actually outperforming him, weirdly. Might be an AI thing, you know. So had no chance of winning Constructors' Championship so far, but maybe next season, huh? Alright, so that's 1 green. That's basically better than race target. Race lap time target. Just needs to do 2 more of them and it will come back purple. I have 5 laps to do it in, but as soon as you hit 3 laps it goes purple, and then we just return to garage. We'll also have hit that consistency sub-challenge. Yeah, we won't be here 10-15 minutes, mate. Maybe it'll hit our qualifying run, but it will just be one quick lap. If we don't do it, it's not the end of the world either. As you can see, I kind of know this track. This one I just have this one nailed down. It's like a Hitman level that I know like the back of my hand. Whereas when we go to Vietnam, whew, alright. Just the one more lap. I need to figure out what to do in my next season, whether I knock the AI difficulty slider up just a few. Probably will. The target would be start to build my second driver to win the championship, and I guess that just means maxing out the skill tree and making sure that they're highly skilled, and they are. It's Daniel Ricciardo. As long as he stays with me, and I plan to keep him if he wants to stay, so we should have a chance. Because right now, Bottas and Hamilton being on high points, they won the championship easily. Right, there you go. That's that. Just one more single lap to do, and then we'll skip the 2 other practice sessions and go straight to what is the target? Objective is 5th, so they think I have a car that's good enough for 5th for qualification. Alright. So we need a 1:09.4. Oh, that's not going to help our cause. We'll live with it. Will we live with it? Only down 4 tenths. Oh, clawing that back, look at that. Outright pace in this car. Alright, clawed our way back above the delta. And we could brake just that little bit later than with the other tyres. This game is incredible for how it simulates. I mean, it's not simulation, but that you can feel tyre wear, and you can feel the different types of tyres, and you can feel the different levels of downforce, and you can feel the fuel mix being different to the trained eye, at least. Target first. All right, I think they're saying that based on that pace, I'm gonna get pole position for the race. So cool. So that's all those. We missed the first sector 1. You know what? We'll live with it. We're gonna skip straight to qualification.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top 3 again. Cook, Hamilton, and Daniel Ricciardo.
Oh, Ricciardo!
Time to say goodbye as free practice is
Alright, that might be a good sign. I'm not sure if he, like, I'll look at the stats now and see what's his best ever finish. Oh, we actually got, okay, yeah. He completed more practice programs than I did. It's easy when you're a fucking, when you're a computer. Sorry about that. Yeah, Daniel does look smug on that little pane there. Not there though, he's concentrating.
Got against practice sessions. Even if you're confident in your setup, these sessions are still useful for development data.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to look at season results. So his best. He got on the podium. That was good. At Spa we got a 1-3. That was nice to see. All the purple up on the podium. But and then he had a 4th in Holland. But otherwise he's been kind of top 10 or thereabouts. And me at the top. I had 3 firsts this season. But look how many Bottas has. He's had 4 already, and he's had most fastest laps. Cool. All right. Let's go. Woo. Alright, I'll explain quickly for people that don't follow. There are 3 sessions. Is it rain? No. There are 3 sessions, so this is qualifying 1. We just need to get into the top 16, because there's 22 cars on the grid, to 20 real ones plus my team. And so I usually just go for the 1 run, because I'm usually fast enough to cement my position in the top 16, and then we toggle over to the next session. But every single session we have at least enough time to go out twice. There's some strategy to going out when other cars are out, so you get a bit of a slipstream, but I don't really overthink that. Maybe as the difficulty goes up, I'll have to. So you can see Norris has already gone out onto the track. Others will be too. We can also skip and accelerate the time to get faster. At this point, I have to be committed to my car setup, so the slightly better top speed, slightly worse downforce. So we're doing it. Yeah, we don't want to be out when it's horrible, but we want to be out when there's some activity. So again, hit flying lap. You can actually drive out of the pits and then drive out and do an out lap. Not worth our time. All right, so Lando's set a 108.8. It's the current fastest time, but it's first car, and the pace ratchet to. I can't even hear my own voice, so it's really difficult to say that word. It goes up every session, slightly faster times. 107. All right. Again, we just need to see that we're in the kind of top 6, 7, 8 or so from this first race to first lap to be confident that we won't need to go out again. Ratchet's up. I'm trying to add an additional syllable to that word. That was good, that was good. Oi! Nearly lost it. Alright. 104, 105, 106, 107. We got into 108, so not as good as the top, but felt good enough. So where are we? We're in third. We're in third after 13 cars have finished. So we're going to hit the accelerate button until everyone's at least on a lap to see where we are on the first run. As long as the weather doesn't get much better, we should be safe as long as we're up there. 2 more cars to finish. Georgie and Nobi. Nobi boy. Come on, lads. No? Oh, there we go. Hitting first sectors, seconds. And there you go. So So we're still up in third. Daniel's up in second. That is a good sign. I would love to have a wingman. Okay, that's safe. Look, we are on a 108.0. And they're on a... So the cutoff is at 109.2. Like, they're not really going to improve enough. And even if many do, they won't all improve. Famous last words, huh? Yeah, not even everyone went out. Look at that. Alright, on to the next. Qualifying 2. We must hit top 10 to get into qualifying 3, which is where we actually decide the top 10 positions. This one will cut another 6 cars out. Okay, so in this case, strategy call comes in. And I'm really shaky about strategy when it comes to this, because your best, if you get into the top 10, your best time from qualifying 2 will be the set of tyres that you must use. What's going on here? Woo. So what I usually do is I wait and see what other cars are doing. If it's only like Hamilton that's on a mediums, then I will just stick to the softs. So we can see here, okay, Daniel's gone out on a mediums. Okay, we're going to see what the rest of the pack are doing. We're going to wait until at least we've seen the Mercedes. Because if it's me, Daniel, and the 2 Mercedes in mediums, then that would make sense, and I'd try and do it. I mean, it's no guarantee. I could go out on the mediums, not do a great lap, and then have to better it on the softs, and it's all mute anyway. Okay, we've got Hamilton out on track. He's on softs. Okay, we need to wait for Bottas. Why is Hamilton on mediums? Oh, no, soft, sorry. We don't want to run out too much time. What's going on here? Oh, this is risky. Okay, Bottas is out. He's gone on the mediums. We're going to have to try mediums. We have enough time for both. Still. Oh, yo, pressed the wrong button. Now I'm getting a bit nervous. Because if I qualify out of the top 10, then I am dunzos. Alright. Focus. Gotta focus on this one, because this is our best chance to get good strategy if the others go mediums too. Now we've got lots of times on the board. It's going to help us understand if we definitely need a second run, because if we're languishing, we need top 5 to feel safe. Okay, that's better than my first run in quali 1. Not great. That's terrible. P1. 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 107.8. Okay. So, here's the actual truth of the matter. Mediums doesn't mean... Mediums in real life is what you want, because the race is so long that you're going to want to have mediums on and then softs later. But in this game, sometimes the best strategy is to have softs, because then you go hards. So you see, it might be worth going out there and putting a better time in on softs. I'm interested to know if those other two are going to go out. Because if we're the only ones out there on mediums, we might be on a medium hard strategy and they're on a soft hard strategy. Like, they're putting on mediums because that's what the game tells them that they should be doing, but is it the right strategy? That's the concern. And I've just put a pretty fast time on mediums. I might have to do some work to beat that on softs. Let's put the boots on just in case. I don't know what to do here. Soft hard strategy, title of sex tape, absolutely. Ooh, Questionable Gamer 99 has followed. Thank you very much. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. No idea. Hey. Alright. Has anyone else gone out? No one's going out yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to get out there. We don't have to set the time. We're just going to go out there and sit in these boots. Okay, some other cars have gone out. There's a Mercedes out here. Can we see what they're on? Okay, that's what they've set their time in. UK, cool. Nice. Alright. What am I doing? Okay. So we're on the softs. We've got an opportunity to set a better time. We've got at least one of the Mercs out in front of me. Daniel's in the pits without time to go out again, and so is the other Merc. So we're probably going to stick on our mediums because that's what they're going to be on at the start of the race. So we're going to board this lap towards the end if we don't want it. So I'll focus for now. We've got time to see if one of the... Thing is, I'm in a battle against both of the Mercedes. I'll explain it after the quali again. In a battle with both the Mercedes, so we don't actually... We need... It's a split strategy. They could split their strategy. You could have one on softs, one on mediums, and then either of them could win just by being the better strategy than what I've got. Also, I'm talking and not focusing, so I'm actually not beating my mediums time. Okay, I have now smashed it. It seems like I could easily just get the pace out if I need it. We're going to wait. I don't know what to do. What am I going to decide? I've got one more sector to go to decide if I'm keeping this or not. We're looking at Bottas. He's just... Oh, Hami's just set a best time in softs. I think we're going softs. Alright, that's the first major decision. So I had the option there to go with mediums. Ricciardo and Bottas are on mediums. Hamilton and I are on softs. Alright, Daniel is in the top 10. But that doesn't matter. Basically, they will now start the race on their mediums. Now we get down to the quali 3, which is where we decide the order of the top 10. Yeah, Daniel just seemed to throw away the performance towards the end. I mean, he was on mediums. He was right there with Bottas. So this is the final showdown. Can we get both of our cars in the top 4? That is the goal for sure. Alrighty. We got 2 chances here. We're going to take both, so let's get out as soon as we can. The second run is going to be on slightly old tyres. Not that old. They will have done 1 fast lap and 2 slow laps. 1 in, 1 out. 1 out, 1 in. Thanks for the top strategy tips, Stu. As useful here as you are on my Hitman Intel team. Smash them right nice. Don't lose. Shit, alright. Alright, so far in my career I've had 6 fastest laps. Pole positions, I can't remember how many I've got. But let's see if we can add to it. Jack Aitken set at 108.9. That's bollocks, mate. It's terrible. Maxi, 108. No, you need 107. You need 107 to compete. Maxine and Ferrari there. Maybe one day, huh? Oh, alright. We got Bottas right in front of us, and we seem to be catching him, so that's a great sign. So you're distracting me with your stupidity. Alright, purple sector. Feeling pretty confident we can do this. 108.1, Daniel, that's not good enough. What's that? 107. That's a 107.5 to 107.6 right there. So we need to see what Hamilton does. Yes. First. 107.5. Only 1 fastest sector though. Look at that. This is close. Daniel's in P4. Alrighty. So now. Alright. Let's wait until a little bit later. Actually, let's make sure we've put our tyres on. So, as you can see. Oh, I do have a new set because I didn't use all of them in the first session. I didn't go out a second time. So I have fresh bits. But so do they. They didn't go out a second time either. Oh, shit. Alright, that'll do. Okay, let's see if we can beat that time. Because it's still close. They could go out and beat that. Trip into the grass. We're into the thousandths. Okay. 100th up. Right now I'm not looking at the number, I'm just looking at the colour in my periphery there. It's still green. This is probably going to drop it. No, we're still looking good. Alright. Oh. Lost a bit of confidence there. Double braking. But we are still up. And 0.3 is significant at this rate. 0.4 nearly. 0.4 up on my own time. 4.5 tenths nearly. Nearly half a second up on the previous. So 107.0, nearly into the 106s. Alright. The reveal.
With qualifying finish,
Yes!
it's time to remind ourselves of our top three.
Yeah.
Cook, Bottas, and Lewis Hamilton.
Ooh.
With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Yes, thank you. Bottas got a 107.5, so I can't remember if I was on a 5.56, I think I might have been, so I would have beaten by 100th. But still, smashed it. Daniel, what are you doing, mate? He's below a Ferrari and a McLaren. Oh, that's disappointing. He's not going to be my wingman. And he usually doesn't gain places in the races. That's a wrap. Alright, so we're going to explain. We are now ahead. So that's obviously if we just get ahead, we've won. If we lose some of these positions, we're in trouble. So here's why. So, if both of the Mercs get ahead of me, my best is going to be third. I will lose the championship because that person that gets in first place will have beaten me by 2 points in the championship. I'm 8 points ahead in the championship. This is the last race. So, Declan, thanks for following. Excellent. Cool. So, this is the grid of outcomes. So along the top is basically the Mercs are both on 121 points in the championship. I'm on 129. So there's 8 points that they need to make up. So if I beat both of them, obviously I win the championship. If I lose to either or, then it depends how close I get to them. So again, if either of them win, I need to be in second to still win the championship, and I will win it by 1 point. In all likelihood, those scenarios from second below aren't going to matter because we're probably all going to be within the top three to a certain extent. So it really is a case of I need to come second, at least second. If I come third, and there's a Mercedes in the top spot, then I've lost it. There's a chance that some other car could get past everyone, but it's unlikely. So, essentially, I need to hit first or second. Second, doesn't matter who's in first, I will win the championship, but by a single point. So let's do it.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Are you feeling confident that you can take your qualifying pace into the race?
Yes. Diplomatic.
How do you feel the competition is for you this season?
Friendly.
Great. Well, that's everything.
All right. Fine. Be that way. Okay then. Yeah. Alright, race time. Be about a 40-minute race. 50-minute maybe? Can't remember. Mandatory pit stop. Got to use 2 different types of tyres. Going to start on the softs. That was a strategic call I made at 200 miles an hour.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Shouldn't see any rain. Get a bit cloudy at the end, but we should be fine. 36 laps. So again, yeah, 40 to 50 minutes. No time like the present. All right.
Formula One returns to Sao Paulo once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Brazilian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012. And in 2016, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time.
Yeah,
We're racing today
remember
then
that.
at Interlagos, a historic 2.7-mile circuit and one of the few anti-clockwise tracks on the calendar. 15 corners in total, 9 to the left and 6 to the right, with a technical middle section opening up to a flat-out Sector 3. And that gives us our best passing opportunity down into Turn 1. And so, for one final time this season, Anthony Davidson joins me in the commentary box.
It's been another great year of racing, but let's not look back just yet.
Who is
We've
that?
still got one more Grand Prix ahead of us. Some of these drivers don't know if they'll be in the sport next year or how competitive their car might be even if they are. So this is a race where every driver should be striving to make the most of it.
Ooh.
With the race minutes away
Here
from
we go.
starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Cook lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, and Ricciardo, Albon, Verstappen, Aitken, and Daniel Kvyat, Perez, Gasly, Lando Norris, and Giovinazzi, Russell, Stroll, Nick De Vries, and Kevin Magnussen, Latifi, Ireland, Ocon. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Nobuharu Matsushita. Now,
My alumni.
it's time for lights out.
Back of the
Let's
pack
go
in the
down to
alphas.
track.
Alright, here we go. You mean you should be in the top 2 to finish this? Oh, wow. Okay, that call was important. Because they're saying the best strategy for me is a one-stopper, obviously. On the softs. The alternative is a two-stopper, soft, medium. So Hamilton is probably going to go soft hard. Bottas and Ricciardo are going to hit medium hard or medium soft. I'd say unlikely. Can they eke out a medium soft? Doesn't look like it. So we're just going to stick with that. I'm not going to change the fuel load. Happy with what I get. Car setup is locked in. Slightly better top speed at the sacrifices with a little bit of downforce. And we start at the front of the pack, and I am no good at starts. So we will see how we go into the first corner. Hamilton will go one stop. Yeah. So we're going to stick to that strategy. It's just not worth the two. For anyone who's joined more recently, wasn't here at the explanation at the top, I will be using flashbacks. The difficulty's on 79%, like hard based on the game. I'm on a controller. I'm here to have fun. This is the last race of a short championship in the third season of my career mode with my own team. And I am for the championship up against both the Mercedes. They both on 121, 8 points behind. So I need to stay close to them, if not beat them both. Let's go. Alright, excellent start, better than I could have hoped for. Bottas is on his mediums though, so he's going to be pitting several laps after me, potentially eking out some performance and getting ahead. But this is looking very good so far. All of this show for potentially just a complete walkover, but I wasn't ready to risk making it more interesting by not putting my best in for quali. So we'll see how it goes. The Mercedes is still outright the better car, so they will definitely have opportunities, and I'll be getting my elbows out. .113 off the line. Quali times were 1.7. Yeah, looking good. 1 second gap isn't much. That was over braking. Alright, all. Cheers, mate. I do not have the best sector 2. Somebody has got pace. Oh no, 110. Not anymore, mate. Hamilton is on it in his softs. But he is third. Ooh. Okay. They didn't beat their faster times either. Hamilton is now overtaken Bottas. Verstappen is up. We're going to have a quick look at the race director to see where everyone's at. Daniel has lost places. Lost 2 places. He's behind Albon, and Max has stormed through. That would probably be the mediums that he's on. I'm glad I made the different strategy. Some of the people outside the top 10 are on hards. Interesting. Oh, the AlphaTauris. Lando went for mediums. Everyone else went for softs. So it's definitely the best strategy. Well, you would assume. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, wow, Max is coming through. Maybe you can do something with the Mercs. That would be good. He is a second off of his teammate, who's in third, though. Such a difference being ahead. In most of the races I'm behind other cars and just unable to set your own rhythm. You have to always play into theirs. Brake earlier than you might otherwise do for fear of smashing into them. I am eking out a nice gap though. Was 1.2 a couple laps ago, so now I'm on a 1.9. Excellent. That's good news. Still got a very heavy car, lots of fuel in for the full race. So we will get faster times towards the end, but we're on slower tyres. And I had, in my haste to put together that table of outcomes, not thought about fastest lap point. Of course, if I get fastest lap, I could still potentially No, I couldn't. It doesn't matter if I'm third, I still lose if it's American first, because I'd have a 1 point deficit. But anyway, we will keep that open as a wild modifier, figuring out what that 1 extra point does to the championship. If I win the race, doesn't really matter. Alright, lap 6 already. 6th of the race done. Why am I looking at strategy now? I was going to look at how many laps. Lap 13 expected to come in. Tyres will hang on, no problem. And I've got fuel mix at the ready, which I will use for in-laps, out-laps, and overtakes. Race isn't quite long enough to have a load of back markers, but there's potential for some towards the end, considering the kind of pace I'm setting. But as you can see on the map there, they're still all basically in sector 3 together, so it's going to be a while before they start to fan out. Massive gap between Carlos and Albon, and then Daniel Ricciardo there, so that's not looking good for me getting any kind of wingmanship. But again, he will be in second at some point, because him and Bottas are the ones on mediums, so at some point me and Hamilton will come in. Gracias. Alright. Ooh. Just realised they're close in the mirror. Again, still 2 seconds. But I'm no longer getting any additional time away from them. Maybe a tenth there. Maybe not. 2 second gap is all we need right now. Fine. That was a good sector. That felt really good. Nope. 1.5 tenths off my best. Well, that's the tyre performance. Hey, Jakey, welcome. I am playing on AI difficulty 79, which is hard in the game. I've been slowly ratcheting it up over the 3 years now that I've been playing this game, but it's a decent fantasy for me right now. Trying to keep my championship lead. I'm 8 points ahead of both the Mercedes. They're on 8 points below me, each of them. They're on 121 to my 129. So as long as I stay within a position of both of them, should be fine. But right now, comfortably keeping this first place. Three tenths down. Absolutely Jakey's fault for coming in and being talkative in the chat. Unbelievable. It's all good. We are still with that 2 second gap. I'll just pretend you're on my radio. I am on a controller. I'm on playing on Xbox Series X. If you could keep questions to the back straight, that'd be good. Or the front straight. Nah, no problems. Alright. Still looking really good. Planning to come in on lap 13, so a few more here. And then we'll be on hards for the rest. There was a 2-stop strategy option, but it would have been 6 seconds slower, and that would have lost me the win if it wasn't matching the others. Alrighty. Still keeping that 2 seconds to me. So Bottas is a risk for sure because he's going to be out on mediums. Alright. For those new to the stream, this is my first time actually streaming Formula 1, although I do play it a lot, so I might well do more of it. But I'm usually on every Friday morning, European time, with Hitman 3. Check my links and stuff in the channel for yesterday's stream, etc. And all the archives over on the YouTube channel. This will also be archived on my YouTube channel for my own posterity. Enjoying F1 Streamer? Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun here. Not sure what specific... Well, I mean, we should just be doing the online races that we were doing before. Lee just picked up this game yesterday on Xbox. Again, as you said, shame it's not cross-platform. It just makes everything so much easier. Hey, maybe next time. Alright, we are still at 2-second gap. Still a little bit concerned that Bottas could eke out performance on those medium tyres and then basically undercut me, but we have the pace to beat him and the points to stay with him. As long as I don't get overtaken by 2 cars, I will win this irrespective. Jake, you like watching Unranked? Yeah, like there's like a group of like 4 or 5 of us that at least last year before this one came out, we were playing 2019 together, just had like our own server rather than trying to jump into other people's, and we had just like hard AI just to get in the way. But the AI is, you've got to learn what they do because they're not always like super predictable. They sometimes do pretty wild stuff, so it was usually a case of like a couple of the guys getting spun out on the first lap and then having to battle the way through whilst the rest of us were battling at the front. Anyway, we'll probably do something multiplayer there, and I might stream some more of this my team stuff at pivotal moments, etc. Could also be an alternative to Hitman Friday. Rather than every Friday being Hitman Friday, do some F1 Friday. Lots of options. Alright, one more lap after this one, and then we are going to be coming in. Still that 2-second gap. So, AI is basically as good as I am. I just had that start. Bottas has just... Oh! Lewis has pitted 1 lap earlier than I did. And that's put me off completely. Lewis has pitted, and now Bottas has taken half a second out of me. Alright. Push up to Rich. Fuel mix! Yeah. Alright. Poor. It's my first one of the day. Mind had to process a few additional things on that corner. To navigate the MFD change to rich fuel. Ricardo's up. That's just because other softs have gone in and pitted, so he's just made up places through pits. Alright. Pit. Auto pit limiter is on, so we will be banging it into the pit lane and it will catch it. Well, it should. Should be slowing down myself there, but I am cheating. I'm going to set down to lean fuel mix for the duration of the pit. Leclerc's come in behind me. Bottas is straight ahead of me and making time. Let's drink some water. Alright, let's go. Kvyat stayed out one lap, probably because his teammate went in and they didn't want to double stack. Hamilton is behind me. 2-second gap still withheld. So looking good, but these are worse tyres performance-wise, so we've got to be careful not to do something that it can't handle. Yeah, I can feel they're slower. I mean, they're nice and clean, they're nice and new, but they're also cold, so we got to be really careful here. Again, biggest competition right now is Bottas. If we get a safety car, could happen. Somebody could crash, bring out a safety car, then they will be ahead of me. But Ricciardo would be ahead of me too, and well, there's no team orders. I can't tell the game to give me the position, but I would have no issues overtaking him. Kvyat's gone in. I've now taken my third place back. Eked out half a second to Hamilton on that lap. Even more, 2.7. Oh, he's really losing it now. Alright. 16 and a half second gap to Bottas right now. That is enough to come out ahead in the pits. Probably takes around 20 seconds. Don't know exactly. But that's looking good. We're in lap 15 out of 36. Reaching halfway mark. I know. So I actually got my best sector there on these hard tyres due to the low fuel. Oh, they're coming in. Daniel's in. Bottas is in. I've set the fastest lap of the race. Where are they going? I've got him. It's done. Is he beating his teammate? Look at that. That's really close. Look at the map. Really close. Ricciardo way back down. Loses all of the positions that he kind of fake made up in the pits. Strategy. I'm now, again, 2 seconds. So I just need to maintain. Wow. Again, you've got the fuel mix at our disposal. Just put in some really fast times if needed. Lost a second to my last lap there. That is poor. What happened there? Fastest lap's going to help us as well, of course, if we can maintain that. Running hard's alright. Ooh, that's silky. Look at that. Green sector. Yeah, that felt like it. Ooh, this felt good too. Another green sector, not purples. Someone else is doing something. Ooh, bit of grass there. No DRS, that'll be the difference. We're into the 109s. That should be a very good time, very difficult to beat. We're now nearly 3 seconds ahead of Bottas. I'm really putting on a show here. And we're on, at the end of this lap, we'll be halfway through the race. Ooh, yeah. Bad corner. Still got 3 seconds. Still got fuel mix. We're good. I get a feel for if I'm going to be able to overtake any cars towards the end of the race. It seems like it's possible. They're just going over the finish line now, so I might have some blue flags flown. Around 3 second gap being maintained. 2.7 go across the line. Another green sector, yeah, that did feel good. Another green sector. Ooh, my goodness. Ooh, nearly lost it on the corner. Picked up on the curb. We've eked out 3 tenths, 4 tenths. Lost time, 3rd sector there. Didn't have the pace on that last corner. And that's no good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Just a tiny bit of time. Alright, the next few laps I'm going to go up to rich fuel mix for the inner sector, just to get around those corners a bit quicker. Then I'll turn it off for the straight, see how many laps I can do with that before we start to lose the excess. This is not about improving my fastest lap, it's just about keeping that gap going. Alright, that's used 20. Oh, fastest sector 2. 5 thousandths above our best at the end of that. Alright. Fourteen laps remain. Possibility of another fastest lap here. Not with that, I don't think. That's a little bit wide. That was a little bit early. Ah, that wasn't bad. Yeah. Oh, purple. Roger that. Just put this fastest lap first. There you go, 109.6. Excelente. Bit cutting there. And no warnings this race. It's unusual for me. Must be the stream. Another green sector, and I'm on standard fuel mix. Let's knock it up again. That is even better than last time. And that's good too. This is feeling good. Yeah, maybe lost some time there. Oh, nearly lost the rear. Yeah, that's no good. Alright. Throwing that one away. But in all of this, we have taken another half a second to add to our gap. Alright, lap 25.36. Another green. It's just the fuel getting lighter. The car's getting nimbler. But the tyres are getting older, so eventually we won't be able to put in these kind of performances. Two greens. Alright. Doing something right. Look at the gap after Hamilton to Leclerc. 12-second gap. Another green sector. No good. Abort, abort, abort. Still only lost a tenth there, but... Alright. Risky, risky, risky. Alright, 10 laps remaining. Nearly 25% of the race left to go. That was a bit of a cut. Got a warning there. I'll take it. Ooh, we're going to be overtaking, so at least get the challenge of passing other cars, which is one of the finest gameplay experiences there is. Of course, they will be getting themselves out of the way, so it's not a real challenge, but still got something to think about. These two are battling each other, so we're about to wreck that battle. Not significant enough to call it out, mate. I just hit a purple. What? Is it a distant tow that I'm getting? Alright, blue flags. Getting out. Magnussen and Matsushita. Magnussen must have lost some places. Thank you very much, sir. Ooh, alright. Focus, focus, focus. Alright, Nobu. Ooh, that's super slow, mate. That's not going to do you any good. He's trying to come back at me, is he? What's going on here? It's the DRS, isn't it? Did he get... No, but he wouldn't have had DRS. Oh, has he lost that? Just looking in my mirror there. I think he's kept it. Just about kept that. Oh, they're side by side. Alright, who's next? 3 cars up ahead. We have lost a second to Bottas in all of this. But they are going to have to do the same. These guys are in a DRS train, so... 4 of them actually, looking at it now. 4 of them here. Yeah, so 3 cars in a DRS train, being led by, that's probably Esteban Ocon in his penalised Red Bull. Green Sector 1. Callum, first in line, followed by Nick De Vries, Nicholas Latifi, and as I assume it to be Esteban. Thank you, Callum, and thank you, Nick. Alright, other Nick, what are you going to do? After the corner, before the corner, after the corner, before the corner. Very good, well disciplined. Alright, to catch up to this Red Bull. Oh, Charles is out. Okay, it brings Carlos up to 4th place, Verstappen 5th. sure where that puts Daniel, but we'll look another time. We'll wait for the end of the race to see. Six laps remaining. We are on purple sectors in traffic. Ooh. That will just be just to yellow. Green racing, and we can overtake. Good timing there. Cool, we've got 5 laps of race remaining. That will be just perfect. Almost like I planned it, huh? Green sector when I was slowing down for a yellow. Yeah, why not set fastest lap on a yellow flag lap? Okay. .3, 4.4. Ow, wow, they must be having issues against the traffic. Who we got here? Looks like a Williams. No, it's not. It can't be a Williams. I think we've already overtaken both of them, Nick and Nick. Oh, it's a Pink Panther. Who's this then? Is this Giovinazzi? Can't remember who's in the other one. Woo! Stroll. Could have guessed. Is this our last bit of fun? No, there is a Haas bit further up the road that might come into play. But this is probably going to be our last back marker. Once again, Stroll being a little bit inconvenient in his letting by. Alright, we're going to hit last 3 laps of the race here, and we are over 5 seconds ahead of Bottas, so this is domination. Fastest lap. What even is that? Two laps of fuel. Alright, I'll have to be careful. Should be fine. He usually is overly cautious, announcer. Alright, this isn't Grosjean because he's retired. Purple sector, okay. Wah. Alright, penultimate lap. Fastest lap. Georgie. 29 seconds, Daniel. Alright. Hey, Bob. Oh, this is awkward. This is awkward, mate. What are you doing to me? Flipping heck. Alright, coming up to final lap. 6 second gap to Bottas. Must have just had a nightmare against the back markers. Nick's out. Alright, 20 cars remaining. That'll be it for overtakes. It would have been Giovinazzi up the road, but he's already a full corner ahead. Purple first sector on the final lap. Woo! My mind went away for a moment there, and I thought I'd lost it. Okay. Purple. And now we go to rich fuel for the final section. Can we get fastest lap on the final lap? Looks like it. Yeah, boys. That's the championship. Alright. Driver of the day, Pierre. I guess he got into the top 10.
And so the celebrations begin.
Yeah.
Well earned they are indeed. It may have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level, at the very top, is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have.
There's no catching me now, there's no more races.
Victory today then, but bittersweet emotions I'm sure, as the championship slips through their fingers. Even so, what a fantastic final race of the season this was. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of XP. Zoop. Yes, nothing.
So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I mean, can it be anyone else other than Danny Kvyat? His performance
Yeah,
today
Pierre
really
Gasly.
set him apart from the other drivers out there. He's got to be happy with
Daniel
how
came
he's done here
fifth.
this weekend.
That's
I know
decent.
that's at odds with the official decision, but I think they deserve some recognition on a
So
day
ninth
where
in the
both
championship.
of these drivers are at the top of their game.
The Constructors' Championship may be a foregone conclusion at the moment, but regardless, let's look at the standings. It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title.
Thanks for the tips,
An
Stu. Yeah.
incredible performance for the
Made
whole
all the
team.
difference.
Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improved their position in the championship. Well, Ants, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Cool. Well, there you go. Bottas did beat Hamilton, but neither of them could beat me with that first place. So let's conclude the season and bring an end to the stream. 2 hours for all of that.
Congratulations, you must be thrilled. For the 2020 Formula
No, I'm not. 2022, isn't it?
How are you feeling right now?
It's third season. I'll remember this feeling forever.
Well, looks like your luck has changed. Things went a lot better than last weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, who do I want to give ops to hero package. Why not?
Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
Yes.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Oh, smashed him. Extra points for that rivalry. Trounced. So I'm level 20 now. Ricardo's level 17. Decent. Oh, shit. I just skipped payout stuff, but it will be green across the board from our sponsors. Alright, let's do the rest of this. So, sponsorship renewal. I want to manage that. So, here, for me, I mainly want to pick one that's going to look good on the car and on the suit. But also, it would be good if it's a decent payout and also a decent goal bonus. But the goals can be really tricky. For example, score 20 Constructor Championship points during a race weekend. That's basically win the race. Or you and your teammate get enough. That's easier said than done. And as you can see, weekly income, I'm going to get 273k, but only by doing the goal will I get that extra bonus. So that's the toss-up. Oh, do we not have ANF on the car right now? I like this one. Qualifying P10 or better. Yeah, I like this one. That looks good on the car. That's just... We'll do the custom. I'll do customization for the new season another day. Let's bang this in. Up the awareness. Get some team points. And some more team points. No need. Yeah, that's good as well. Contract renewal. That'll do. So contract renewal, we have got plenty of bank. So it should be able to retain Ricardo. Would be a shame if he decides he wants to leave. Surely on an upward trajectory towards potentially battling for the constructors in our 4th season here. Lots of
The window
points.
for driver contract negotiations has opened.
Renegotiate with teammate, please. Accepted. Approach accepted. Ricardo's agreed to negotiate with your team for a seat. You only have time to negotiate with 3 drivers. Okay, so my team is Spec 3. He wants Spec 2. He wants this money. He wants the team acclaim to be 17. And he wants the previous season to have been 5th or better. We came 3rd in the previous season, 2nd in this one. It's weird how that works out. Anyway, we're going to put... Screw it, just give him all the money. We want to make sure we don't lose him. You can make a larger offer the next day if there's still time in the negotiation window, or you can approach other drivers from the market. Oh my goodness.
You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival.
Come on, Daniel.
Carefully who you select. While you will receive acclaim for beating them,
Okay,
you'll
slightly more
lose
money.
acclaim if you fail to do so.
Come on, mate. Signs, yes, alright. You're just playing hardball. Have your extra million. And so on. For the next 10 race weekends. But that's only for if I do take a 10 race season. Alright. Cool, we're locked in. Right, expires 30th of November, so if we add more races to the season, he'll do all of them. Whew. Alright. We'll advance time, do the press interview, do the end of season, roll over to the next one. And call it a day.
Hey,
we are in the HQ of our newest Formula One team, we've got an awful lot to talk about, so let's jump straight in.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that it's important to develop your drivers as much as possible?
Yeah.
Will your team be going for the Constructors' Championship this season, or just for points?
Oh. Yes. Please.
Daniel Ricciardo is known to look at the potential of teams and play the long game.
Mm-hmm.
Does he perhaps see himself getting a championship at your team?
We both see it. Oh, he's one of the best overtakers. That's actually specific to him. He's here to win championships, and so we're here to win championships, and so is he. Excellent. Good questions.
Sponsors seem to be climbing over one another to get their name onto your car. What do you plan on investing that extra money into?
What am I most down on? I think we're down on aero most.
You've got one of the top teams in the Constructors' Championship. What's your secret to scoring those points?
You set the difficulty low against your own skill. That's how you win. Oh, let's big up the power unit as well then.
It's been wonderful to spend some time with you. Best of luck out on track.
Thanks, mate. High cash balance. Yeah, no shit. Let's actually spend some of that now that we've locked in Daniel. So, fabrication of 2 components at the same time. Generate a ton of stuff. Now let's get these number 2s in place across the board. Oh, okay. It was the game, not my setup. Build time reduction. Yeah, that's useful. For the chassis. Or for the powertrain. This is powertrain and we third. What? Alpha at top. Wow. We're second. We're second. Ooh, we're really down on durability. But I don't feel it. I don't feel like we're down at... Regulation changes will come into force at the start of the season, making existing upgrades obsolete in their current state. Such upgrades can be adapted at 50% purchase cost. Yeah, that's why I'm waiting. So what was I going to do? Powertrain or no, durability is already maxed out, so we're going to do build time on the powertrain. And I think that's enough money spent right now. Although let's do that. Whatever. All right. We don't want that. Nah. We're good. Finish the season. Alright. Can't remember what happens now. Okay, that's team acclaim for the season. Primary sponsor gave us a load of money. Oh my goodness, we've got 60 million. Drivers champion. Yeah. 4 wins, 3 pole positions, 155 points. First in championship. That's cool.
As much as I love seeing big numbers on the books, we don't get any benefit from leaving it in the bank. Let's spend some of this cash.
We're going to call it there. I'm not going to sit and make my car for this year, but I will make it slightly different. Probably keep the purple. What's my lever on the AI? It was on 79, but we're coming into the end of the stream. Thanks for joining nonetheless. I do plan to stream some more Formula 1. But my main thing is Hitman 3. Thanks everyone that joined today for my first ever F1 stream. Went really well. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to see if there's anyone that we can raid. Okay, I don't have anyone that I am following that is currently streaming. So, let's have a look. Alright, we're going to hit up Rob Seep. I think he's doing a charity stream, 20 hours, playing GTA 5. So let's jump in. Rob Seep. So I'm going to set up the raid. And please go over and raid. Shout out in the chat. We'll hang out in there for a moment. And see you guys another time. Thanks all. I think we're basically good to go. Alright, bye.